everybody. Dan Illman here with the DRF race of the day for Monday, September the 25th. It's race number 7 at Finger Lakes. It's the Lady Finger, going 5.5 furlongs for 2-year-old fillies. These are New York breds. Let's take a peek at this field. Please click the link for Race of the Day access on mobile, which includes free formulator pass performances. Some promising 2-year-old New York breds in this year's edition of the Lady Finger. 2 horses that figure to take a lot of money come up from Saratoga. The 1, Unicorn Cake, the 3, Solo Shot. These 2 were impressive debut winners against fellow New York breds. And as we throw up the Timeform US pace projector, the 3, Solo Shot, might be able to make the lead again. In her career debut, she broke like a shot to make an uncontested lead, and then she kept on rolling, and if she gets to the lead again, she could be very tough to catch at this 5.5 furlong distance. But we'll take a look at Unicorn Cake's career debut. This was at 6 furlongs at Saratoga, and what I liked about Unicorn Cake's debut is that she was able to rate from off the pace and pass horses successfully. She took some money in this 10-horse field. She was bet down to 7-2. She got a fast pace to rally into. They went the half in 45-3. That's pretty quick for New York bred 2-year-old fillies going 3/4 of a mile at Saratoga, and Unicorn Cake was able to take advantage. But still, she showed enough professionalism rallying past horses to win that slower division of New York bred juvenile filly maiden special weights. Jeremiah Engelhardt, an excellent trainer. Unicorn Cake has to turn back a half furlong, might not face that same pace scenario that she received first time out. She got a break from the inside post, so she has to break pretty well, but she'll be charging in the stretch. One of the local runners with a big chance is the number 2, Like a Rolling Stone. Let's watch her career debut, and if you go back in your free formulator past performances and click on the short comment, you'll get to watch the whole race. And Like a Rolling Stone did not break well in her career debut, but she soon settled into a good position in the pocket in 3rd. She makes the lead in the stretch. She goes about her business, and she did it on a wet track, which is a plus if Finger Lakes experiences some precipitation on Monday. A 53 Beyer speed figure. It's light compared to the 2 Saratoga shippers, but the good news about these 2-year-olds is that they can improve by leaps and bounds from day to day from a Beyer speed figure standpoint. Good tactical speed from Like a Rolling Stone after that bad break. She is going to have to break better this afternoon against tougher competition. You're really not too concerned about the break with the 3, Solo Shot. We'll watch her career debut again. She went right to the lead, and she wins as she pleases by almost 8 lengths with a 66 Beyer speed figure, which is tops in this field. One note, though, is that this race was an off-turf heat, and I think it's fair to question the quality of competition that Solo Shot beat that day. Still, there's no denying that she was very impressive in winning that race, and if she gets to the lead again, as our friends at Timeform US predict, with that last 66 Beyer speed figure under her girth, Solo Shot could very well be the one to catch and beat. Maggie's Palace is the number 4. We're going to watch her debut at Finger Lakes on August the 15th. This race came over a sloppy track going 5 furlongs. They knew. She got bet down in this race to 6-5, and she was able to do it despite not getting away the best, coming from off the pace and rallying through a little bit of traffic. It was a good performance for her, only a 48 Beyer speed figure, but another situation where this is a filly that showed some talent on her debut. She could certainly take a step forward in start number 2. I think she would appreciate a little bit of pace up front like Unicorn Cake, but I think she'll appreciate getting out a half furlong as opposed to Unicorn Cake turning back, and she'll be a much better price. Ixodes is the number 5. She is a 3-start maiden, so she's taking a chance in here. She was beaten by Like a Rolling Stone last time out. She was beaten by Maggie's Palace 2 starts back, so she really is going to have to show a lot of improvement against those horses as well as some others. The 6 is Moon Chariot. This horse is going to be getting blinkers for the first time. She's a 2-start maiden. She made her debut at Finger Lakes. She was beaten by Maggie's Palace. They shipped her down to Saratoga. She was beaten by Unicorn Cake. So there's a lot to prove for this one. Maybe the blinkers will get her into the race a little bit more, because thus far she hasn't shown a lot of early speed. She's going to have to do a lot more, obviously, facing this tougher group. The 7, Nikki Jolene, ran on Sunday during the Belmont at the Big A meet. She made her dirt debut that day. It's unlikely that she's going to run in this spot. So we'll move to the 8, Red Wine and Whiskey. Red Wine and Whiskey ran second in that replay we showed you with Maggie's Palace. It was a pretty good effort because she showed some speed in that race. She was up close to the pace. She battled it out. She held on to finish second. Whether she has the speed to go with Solo Shot early in this race is a bit of a question mark. And if she does, then she's got a lot of work to do, because now she's got to reel in the horse to beat or battle with the horse to beat. And if she happens to put that horse away, here come the closers. So maybe this race flow won't work for Red Wine and Whiskey, but she'll be a price if you believe, and she was pretty game in her debut, albeit coming out on the short side of the stick. The 9 is 1,000 Plans, and 1,000 Plans won this race at the Timonium Bull Ring, second time out, going a half mile. She showed good speed in this race. She might be a pace factor in here. Stretching out from 4 to 5.5. Now, she's also cross-entered at Presque Isle Downs on Monday evening, so keep an eye on scratches. But she would be somewhat interesting, 1,000 Plans, if she opts to run in this race with her speed. She will, again, need to show improvement on a Beyer speed figure standpoint, but she did beat Open Foes in Maryland and is down to face New York breds in this spot. Before we get to my top selection, please click the subscribe button on the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel for the latest DRF videos. Top pick time for the Lady Finger. I appreciate and respect the 2 horses coming up from Saratoga. I also like the way the 2, like a Rolling Stone, won her career debut. She's got a little bit of a home court advantage here at Finger Lakes, and I think if she breaks a little bit better, she can stay within range of the leader and might be able to run her down in the stretch. So I'm going to go with a bit of a price, like a Rolling Stone, the number 2, my top pick. Solo Shot to me is the one to catch and beat. In Monday's DRF Race of the Day at Finger Lakes, good luck.